Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I am doing for you a full moon in Sagittarius reading. The full moon is happening today, and for many of you, it is breaking things open, always prompting us to expand. Particularly for you, this feels like a completion regarding the growth and establishment of your values, your resources, the things that you possess. So that is an area that's affecting your chart. I pulled from the Glyph Oracle the Triskele, or the Change card, and you may recognize this as a Celtic symbol: death, rebirth, change. This and rebirth, birth and death. This is about unity, constant changing, flowing, moving through life, endings, begetting beginnings, begetting endings. So what comes to mind is the Ouroboros, the snake biting his tail in an endless cycle that does have a beginning and end, but it is as much about a flow, an ebb and flow of events. Ultimately, this is about embracing the change, and Scorpio, as your ruling planet, prompts you eternally, is to allow yourself to be changed and transformed from the inside. You have the ability to plumb vast depths which are frightening and not for the faint-hearted. So this is a beautiful symbol of the way in which you are changed, you have changed, and you are staying open to change. There's a sense of completeness here. For your overall energy, the King of Cups is describing this sense of maturity, of coming to the end of an emotional journey, a period of substantial, profound emotional growth. This is about connecting with everything, seeing your connection to everything through the exposure of your vulnerability and ability to relate to things in a way that allows you to detach from your feelings so that they don't overwhelm you. The sense of neutrality that you hold in the midst of profound compassion. And underneath the deck, we have the World card, which speaks about the completion of a journey, the completion of an achievement, the gaining of rewards, lessons, benefits as a result of a long trial, a long trail, a long journey. This can be the releasing of a certain kind of work that you have practiced over a long period of time. This can be moving from one phase of life into another. It can be about ending a journey in conscious preparation for another. So just as this Triskele indicates birth, death, and rebirth, every journey ends in preparation for a new journey. So there's a little energy of the Fool here, but at a much more profoundly emotional level. So let's look at this on a practical level, since the full moon is highlighting a very practical area of resources and possessions as a reflection of your values. So this is a general reading. It won't resonate for all of you. I appreciate the time that you're here. If you're interested in a personal reading, check out the information in the description box below. I have been trying to take a break while I do some rethinking and gathering some resources. So I appreciate you checking in on me occasionally as I try to keep some practice available to those of you that have been so supportive of me. In the present house, we have the Nine of Swords. So often for you, Scorpios, I feel that the swords are an indication of the hard work that you're doing in terms of uh, what could be called mirror work, confronting yourself, but not the dark reflection of yourself in a really honest way, in a way that bears up a lantern of truth and enlightenment, illumination on some kind of an abuse, some kind of exploitation, some kind of oppression, certainly resulting in a trauma that has been a constant for many of you. Not only has the trauma perhaps been distant in your past, but has stayed with you at a conscious level for a long time, and you never pull back from looking deeply into that well, that pool of unconscious motivations, behaviors, uh, experiences that are frightening and yet overpowering, but that you are consciously aware dictate so much of your conscious activity. So this is really about a really deep, almost therapeutic process that you continue to wield as you are in some ways coming to an end of this process. Not It's almost as though you've internalized this process at such a profound level that you are able to release some of the practice because it is deeply embedded in your method of operation, your routines, your habits, this ability to go deep, to allow yourself the space to explore your past. This is particularly relevant for the creatives of you. Your creative pool well is sourced by many of these experiences that certainly may be deemed difficult or harsh from the outside, but you have come to recognize the wealth of rich images, experiences, ways that you identify that you are constantly able to shed a light on through a creative practice, most likely around voice, words, speech, language. These are tools that you wield in your profound research. Whatever kind of creative work you do, it requires a kind of research that can go well beyond your personal experiences. In the past, the Ace of Swords here is, in fact, the very pursuit of truth that has led you for throughout a journey of deep excavation work. This constant unpacking of the thread of justice for you is something that was begun long ago in your past. It almost feels like this is the way that you identify it. I get an image of a warrior of truth. Uh, there is the image as well because of silver or metal. I'm getting energy of the moon, this deep reflective pool that you constantly dip into the well of mysteries of your life and of life. And in the future, we have the Strength card. My goodness, what a lot of strength is required in Scorpio. You are incredibly powerful and strong. In fact, the awareness and consciousness of your strength is something you carry with you always because you are so deeply wedded and anchored to this work that is a part of your identity. It is a part of your path, your search, and the way that you share knowledge with others. The ability to sustain this research, this journey, and to recognize that you are strong for the explicit purpose of charting this course, of describing this path that you're on. I'm going to clarify the Nine of Swords in the first house, in the present, I should say, with the Page of Cups. This is quite lovely, with the King of Cups as your overall energy. Despite the maturity, the growth, the ability to detach yourself from such powerful emotions in order to describe them, to inhabit them without being sucked dry, so to speak, you are able to maintain this constant delight, this constant imaginative joyfulness, mindfulness, as even playfulness about the images, the experiences that you've had. There's something about the way you render them, and what is coming to mind is fairy tales or folklore or family ancestry, stories of family, stories of culture or community that are a rich canvas for you to explore in terms of the way that you're able to express or create from this well of constant um, uh, shadow work. And in the past, the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Wands. Wow. So here you are, really, there's a sense here that you've always carried the burden of this truth. Perhaps you were quite literally the truth teller in your family. You are often find yourself to be the seer or truth seer among any circle or community or team that you're a part of. You carry that responsibility in some ways because your ability to passionately look for the keys, to explore and prize apart the mysteries, the things that are unknown. You take responsibility for that because you need to know, you have to know. To know the truth is to live for you, and you're willing to do the work. That knowledge has at times been burdensome for you, and thus the need to express yourself through your craft, your art, your whatever your mode of expression or productivity is. This is how you fulfill your obligation to the truth that you are of necessity exploring constantly. And the Strength card in the future is clarified by the Six of Cups. How very beautiful. So the future is talking more and more about the very faded soul bonds that you are connecting with at this time. Whenever there is a relationship exposed, it always is grounded and established on the relationship you have with yourself. But you're able at this time to remember or um, reconnect to a relationship, an individual, a passion, an experience that you had that filled you with joy, a time when you were able to express yourself without the fear of judgment, without the sense that you were being measured by others or looked to. The pressure of that did not exist in this particular moment in time. We often associate this experience with childhood, when we were still somewhat unburdened by a sense of social responsibility. But for many of those Scorpios I'm speaking to, that sense of social responsibility has always existed for you. And so these experiences of connection, of delight, of being yourself, being free to explore your imagination, are things that were those moments when you were able to escape the burdens of responsibilities, quite likely into play, into some area of responsibility, something that took you out of the responsibility, the hardship of your responsibility to the clan, to the family, to others in a way that you still recall as the source of your creative gift. This is quite focused on creative tools and passions as your primary resources at this time. And I'm going to finish up this reading with a Pure Magic Oracle card. And I've pulled Mantra Medicine, and it reads, command, song, incantation, containment. And this feels as though you are speaking directly through your gift, through your magic, through your ability to tap into, it's almost a shamanistic energy that you carry with you, an ability to heal others through your truth, through the expression of your truth, through your naming of your power and the power of your community. So this is a part of your personal medicine. It's a part of the way that you keep sacred space for yourself, and it's the way that others see you and are influenced by you, how you model your life lessons for others. I hope this has been helpful. If you've enjoyed this content, check out more here. And until next time, Scorpio, namaste.